Alright, there we go. That seems to be picked up. So, I think, play a little bit of Kenshi. Big fan of this game. It's one of those weird ones where it's like popular, but not, but yes, but no. I really recommend it. I think we'll just play through a bit, see what we feel like. I'm going to start a new character, new game and everything, and we'll move ahead with it. So let me just move myself back down. I'm actually going to jump up about here. We'll see how that works once we get into the game. Yeah, I'll move myself back down quickly. Boop. Now we can go for being a wanderer. So you start off with basically nothing. A Reaver recruit, so that's a very hard slave mode. Wandering trader. It's alright, you get a load of cats and stuff to start with. That one is just from a mod. Cannibal hunters. Never started a cannibal hunter one, but don't really fancy doing that now. Nah, wanted criminal, not bother with that just yet. The Hive Exile. I do like hivers. Son of a Captain, meh. See, there's basically two modes that I would suggest are probably good. There is Rock Bottom, so you just start with nothing. And there's the Slaves. Now, advanced options, nope. I'm going to go with the Slaves. I've done it a few times, and actually I enjoy this one. So we'll go in. We'll basically start with two people in the party. I'm tempted to sort of remove one. So we're basically starting off by ourselves. So I can't actually just delete a character from this menu. It'd have to happen in-game. But yeah, in Kenshi we've got what is that? 3 basic races. So we've got humans, hivers, and the Shek. So humans, you've got your Greenlanders and your Scorchlanders. Your Greenlanders are your farmers and your scientists. Your Scorchlanders tend to be good at blacksmithing. They tend to be good at thievery. They tend to be good at sort of fine motor movement. So they're good at like your lock picking and your stealth and your fast weapons. Whereas your Greenlanders tend to be a bit squishier. Your Shek, these, to my understanding, are genetically modified humans. They've got like dermal plates all over the body. Let's just turn the clothes off so we can get a better look. They're covered in spikes. These guys are warriors. They're natural born warriors. They love... Ooh. I don't know if I even had my OBS stream set up properly there. So yeah, we've got... let's click back over. Humans, Greenlander, Scorchlander. Not much of a difference. And you can customise everything, so you can, have some sassy guys. You can have them massively tall, massively short. All that fun stuff. Shek, no Shek sub-races. Shek are Shek. But you've got all sorts of bits and pieces you can tweak with them. So you've got your lady Shek and your male Shek. And they, fantastic warriors. Tough as nails. Awesome characters. And then we've got the Hivers. Now the Hivers have got the most sort of variety based on who they are, what their like subspecies is. So you've got your hive drones, just standard sort of worker ants as you would. They're really good at farming. They are tough because they've got that exoskeleton. They're quick. They're very, very fast. But they're also very good at sneaking. Like your worker drones, very, very stealthy. Part of that is just because they have no feet. If you look, they just sort of have legs that come to points. Then you've got your soldiers. Not so sneaky, but very tough. Very good at fighting. But that's all they do. They are fighters. You can't get them with any head armor because they've got this weird hammerhead. And then you've got your princes, and these are these smart hivers. These are like the mini leaders. So these guys, they do, you know, your lockpicking, your dexterity work, your first aid, your science. These guys really, you know, they are fabulous. Do like hivers, and just the designs themselves, like, just look at that sort of like character design. That is fantastic. Like, you can tell just at a glance what they are. I mean, yes, the head is like the most important one, but proportions, really big indicator. However, hivers tend to be very fragile. So if you look, it says here hit points 125. That's just his head. In Kenshi, you've got like a limb-based damage system. Oh, hold on, let me just double check, because that seems to be the wrong stream. Let me just refresh Twitch, see if that's updated it. No, let me edit that. I thought I'd set those updated, but I don't know if I pressed the done button. That's just me being sloppy. There we go. Just so I don't get people going, what Skyrim is this? Yeah, so I'm going to be kind of boring, because the Shek can be very difficult to start with. The biggest issue with the Shek, yes, they're fabulous fighters, but they are slow, and they need a lot of food. So, personally, we're starting out as slaves, we're starting out in a particular region of the country. I'm just going to go to be a Greenlander. Race does influence how people treat you in this game. So you'll have people like the Holy Nation. They just like Greenlander dudes. If you're not a Greenlander dude, they do not want anything to do with you. So I'm going to take that little bit of balance. I'm going to be a Greenlander. I'm going to be a lady. I always like playing female characters anyway, get those little bit of bonuses to farming and cooking and stuff. Not really skills that we're probably going to use too often early game. But we'll do a little bit of character design. So you get to choose your sort of characters, idle, posers. I think there's a few mods for these. I am running a few mods. Just wants to sort of, you know, increase the way that things look. We'll just go for a very sort of standard pose there, and we'll do some tweaking. Fairly tan, just because we're out in the wild. I know the character looks very skinny and very sort of bizarre at this point, but that is something that will change. Like, as your character's traits and stats increase, decrease, it actually influences their physical proportions, which is fabulous. So shoulder set, we'll bring those up a little bit. Neck position, there we go, that's all I wanted. I wanted to bring that kind of back a little bit, because that was very far forward. I know everyone's sort of neck sort of hunches over a little bit, but that was a little bit mad. A little bit more shoulder. Not going to worry too much about bulk. Chest, I'll make that a little bit broader, just because rib cage, like. And then yeah, you've got sliders for like bazoobles, so you can either have like just round melons or basically nothing. And you know, you can sort of tweak where they sit, try and make them look a little bit natural. At least that's the way I try and do it. So just try and get some, you know, human looking boobs. It can be really hard to tell what's going on with them sometimes. Right. Stomach. What? So yeah, you can create some really weird and wonderful like people in this. That's just the waist. Which bit of that is that tucking in? So that's like lower rib cage. Awesome. And that's waist. Okay, so we'll leave that there. Hips. Mwah, 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 mwah. We'll keep some hips, you know. Leg bulk. Thing is, we're emaciated at the moment, so it's very hard to tell what we're going to look like when we're not. So what I might do is just try and keep everything sort of kind of neutral, because we can always change that later on. So let's go up to the face. Now I do have a few mods in just for additional haircuts, just because I think they're useful. The face, I actually don't mind that too much. I might sort of see if I can bring that sort of jaw forward a little bit. What's that changing head shape? Oh, that's just like weird bobblehead. So the neck, we can choose like neck. Oh, that's how far forward it comes. That's quite like a chunky neck. Neck length, a tiny bit longer, just so we've got a bit more neck. Cheekbones are fine. Nose length, we'll bring that in a touch. Nose position, that's alright, actually I don't really worry too much about that. Nose tilt, let's go up a little bit. So we've got a bit of curvature there. Where are we? Jaw, there we go, that's what I was looking for. So chin depth, that is there. Just sort of bring that out a little bit, just so we've got a bit more sort of face. And chin width. You can really go sort of like hyper anime style on this if you were that desperate to, so you know. Your character customization's pretty good, and you can always change it later on, so that's always good. So let's click all the way back to the very first, so we can be bold. Now our hair will be shaved basically whatever happens when we get in. So pony dreads. A millet, I'm assuming that's a lady mullet thing. Mercenary hair. Old man. Hobo. Yeah, stuff like that, you know, proper like anime hair. Rough pony. Alternative rough pony. We'll go with that because it's just, you know, it keeps the hair out of the eyes as you're in the desert or something. I don't know. Arguments. And yeah, you've got the full sort of colour spectrum, so we can just sort of go with whatever hair we want. I tend to like to go for some slightly more sort of like reddy hairs. So take that brightness up. Yeah. We'll do something like that. Kumo, I'm happy with that for a name. Stuff it. And other person, Stinks. Oh, that's actually quite a cute face. I feel bad if I just leave you, Stinks. I'm sure there was a randomizer button somewhere. Yeah, there. Randomize all. So you can either just randomize the body, randomize the face, and just the hair, or you can randomize everything. Bit of a shame you can't randomize the name there. That's like a good name for her. If I kick a person out of my party, it doesn't like delete them or anything. They still remain in the world and they will still have their own interactions. So we'll give her a chance. So confirm that. And if I go straight into squad and dismiss you. Because I do like my sort of like solo starts. Now our current job is not assigned. Block. So I'm going to get the crap kicked out of me already. Oh no, I'm not, that's her. Okay. So I am currently classed as an escaped slave. Now there's not much I can really do here. My best choice would probably be to get on one of these prisoner poles. So if I just pause so that I don't miss it. Get on. There we go. Because otherwise this guy's going to beat the ever-loving crap out of me. So I've had my head shaved. I'm now a permanent slave. And he's now giving me a little speech. Atone for your sins, work hard for Okran's crusade. So basically, within seconds, we have established that the Holy Nation are dicks. Essentially, the Holy Nation believe that the only people that are good and true are male Greenlanders. If you are Shek, if you're a Hiver, if you're anything else, they will just straight up beat you to death. Or make you a slave. So, I don't mind so much, just sort of fast forwarding through some of the day. It's currently about 12 o'clock. We might as well build up some skills and stuff and be a good slave, because at the moment I am surrounded by soldiers that they'll kill me. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to let that go for a minute. I'm going to see if I can move myself into a slightly better spot on the screen. Oop. No, that's not great. Could sort of go there for the time being. Move a little bit to the left. Yeah, there we go. So I'm sort of out of the way of all the screens. So yeah, I'm currently an obedient slave. Got myself set to block, so I have a lot of dodge. Part of me is tempted to see if I can sneak around a little bit. Because, I mean, let's face it, just watching me dig rocks and being a slave, not that fun to watch, really. So I'm going to tuck myself in here. And I'm going to try and unlock my shackles. Kenshi is a brutal game. Kenshi wants you to fail. The beauty of Kenshi is that you are not special. You live in a brutal world. And yep, I'm going to get my backside pushed in because I'm sitting here not working. Now I'm a little bit concerned because this man's using a sword. But he just hit me twice in the head. That's okay. So as we can see, I got a little bit of lockpicking experience, a little bit of stealth experience just for that. I'm getting toughness. But apparently I tried to get back up and took a nasty cut to the head. So, just for the time being, I don't know if I can risk trying to escape again in the daytime. If I try and run away or anything in the middle of the day, and I take another stab to the head, it's very possible I'll be outright killed. So, I feel like this guy's going to take me back, put me in a cell. Yeah, find and put in cage. So hopefully he'll dump me in, heal me up, and let me just sort of sit unconscious. And what that means is that I don't have to work, but when I wake up, I can spend some time just practicing my lockpicking. So they are repairing me. Oh no, I'm already being taken back out as a slave. Okay, I thought I might get a bit more time in the cell. Okay, so I can't choose which rock to work on, I just have to let the... Oh heck, I'm out for 5 minutes now. Blasphemous heretic, we should have murdered you. Thank you, sir. I mean, I'm getting a little bit of toughness for it, but it's not really worth getting the absolute crap kicked out of me. And now I am going to sit unconscious until the evening. So I did try, but I made an error in judgment. So who else is about? Leaf, Sue, Scratch. So there are a few other slaves about that we can talk to. I'm currently in a recovery coma because my head is so damaged. Somehow every single hit already has managed to go to my head. Now, I can't guarantee that we'll actually get very far tonight. I'm not really planning on playing too long. And the slave start can be a little bit slow. Does usually wind up with you trying to make a few escape attempts. You wind up basically getting out into the world with some pretty good skills in, you know, stealth and thievery almost. And there are a few ways and means of getting around with this start. It's rough. It is really rough. But if you make it work, it can pay off. Someone tried to escape, and that's their arm. So, yeah, dismemberment is a part of this game. If you take enough damage to a limb, it will come off. Oh, I'm awake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to normal speed. We're going to sneak. And we're going to start picking the locks again. Now, I might not be able to do anything with this, but I will get experience in my lockpicking. Now, I did not mean to get out of the cage. I don't really understand why I did. But I can pick my locks. Pick this lock. Who are you? Tengu. He's a hungry boy. Yeah, as you can see, I'm getting slowly better at picking these locks. Like, regardless of your skill, they do get easier to pick as you attempt them. Now, because I'm not getting out, there's something about the guards, they automatically have a psychic sense as to when one of these is unlocked in the daytime. But at night, they should go to bed. Now, what's going on with Tengu's cage there? Oh, I can interact with it. It was just being weird. Let's talk to him. Don't talk too loud. Don't worry about it. And I can actually unlock his shackles from here. That's weird, but we'll give it a go. Any experience is good experience. There are a few other things that I need to try and get done at night. So it's 1 in the morning. I am building up that lockpicking experience. He doesn't want to get out. So I'm going to escape. I'm going to sneak, but I don't really think I'm going to get very far today. What I am going to do is I'm going to sneak over here. And I'm going to start stealing things. Oh, it's I from inventory. I'm going to take my shackles off. Just because they are really, really bad for your stealth. I'm actually going to drop them. Because it negatively impacts your sneak. I'm going to sneak downstairs. There doesn't appear to be anyone here. I'm going to have a look in these chests. There's nothing in there. So I'm going to sneak over here. I'm just going to steal everything that isn't nailed down. Now, what I am actually going to do is I'm going to leave food behind. Because I want that to be available for when I make my escape attempt. If I've eaten... They're going to feed me in the meantime. So I will have been fed. I will be clothed. And they will look after me. I might not like it. But I will be taken care of. But if I can get out... because as you can see, like, hunger. So I lose, like, quite a significant amount of stats just for being hungry. So if there's still food knocking about when I decide I'm happy enough to try and escape, he's still up. This is probably really stupid of me. But yeah, let's keep practicing the lockpicking. That guy's gone to bed. So I might be able to have a look around in here. So these chests, everything looks like it's empty. Because if you look there, it'll tell you if a box is empty or not. It's starting to get close to morning, so what I'm tempted to do is climb into a cage as we get close to morning. Equally, I might see if I can just faff about with the guards a bit. If they come and try and arrest me, I'm set to block. I'm not going to fight back. My head can take one swing. Now this is risky because there's a chance this person's going to decide they want to follow me to escape. No, they're leaving. I don't believe I can get out, so I'm not going to follow them as much as I would love to. And I've been caught stealing, so they're going to beat me up now. Alarm has been raised. I'm currently getting absolutely walloped. Please just clip me in the head. So I've leveled up in dodge there. Please stop hitting my arm. There we go, I'm unconscious. That was the best possible outcome there. Because if they kept wailing on the arm, it may have come off. And that is the last thing I want. It's nearly morning anyway. They just caught me thieving because I was too close to them and my thievery skill is quite low. It's alright, I'll live. Dump all these because there's no point in me carrying them around and they'll just take them off me anyway. It does mean that they're just there. Now, I believe you can get experience just for stealing them again. Yeah, so what I can actually do here is just repeatedly dump these things and then pick them up. And there we go, I've been kicked out. I'm going to have to work as a slave. So it's 5 in the morning. They want me to go out labouring. But just for the one night, I'm a little bit stealthier. I'm a little bit better at lockpicking. I'm a little bit better at slipping things into my pockets unseen. I don't mind putting myself on sneak while I'm doing this. And actually, I don't mind doing a little bit of the work. Because it will train my athletics slightly. So that's just how fast I can run. And to be honest, if I just keep sneak turned on, as long as my job is still obedient slave, I should be fine. Oh no. Fair enough then. Oh, please stop bringing weapons. Yeah, I'm going to have to take it easy for a day. Like, with my health being as low as it is. Now, the only reason I tried to get up there was because look what that just did to my toughness. I went from like 3 to 9. It was a calculated risk. If you get back up in a fight, it makes you so much tougher. And toughness, I mean, just looking at some of these stats that are associated with it. Damage resistance, so at the minute I take 50% increased damage because I'm not very tough. I don't deal much damage with my bare fists. I can get knocked out. I'll stay knocked out for 3 times the base. My knockout point is -16, so whenever a core body part hits -16, I go down. My wounds will get worse 50% faster. And it only takes a little bit of damage for me to get staggered. So, training toughness is really, really important. I got a little bit of dodge experience in those fights because I just managed to jump around a little bit. I am going to wake up again in a second. And there is some more bits and pieces here. So if I wake up, am I going to get somebody to come and immediately try and get me out and take me out to work? Or am I going to be able to start unlocking this? It looks like they've left me alone for the time being, so I'm going to try and unlock this. Unlock my shackles. So my lockpicking starting to get up. It's not great, but it's getting up there. So if I just jump out of this, and I, again, straight away, learn absolutely nothing from my mistakes. Now, there is a guard in this building. And he is a holy sentinel. I don't really want to upset him. Because this man could very easily kill me based on my stats. Saying that, I have healed up a fair bit. And if I were to come downstairs, take off my shackles, and just sort of slip past him. Can I sneak past? Ooh, that was close. What are you doing? Oh, you're running straight for me. No? Okay. Although apparently that was too much effort. Yeah. Oh no, what a terrible shame. I snuck into there. Let's do this for a second. That's actually busted. I didn't realise you could just do that and just get a disgusting amount of... Oh, you know what, actually? I'm going to keep those prisoner shackles because they also increase my weight. And if that can get me a little bit of strength XP when I'm wandering about... And I just do not learn. To be fair, my stats are actually looking okay. I can take a couple of hits without being too much at risk. It's just when I get ready to escape, I really need to focus on restoring a lot of that. So we'll see what happens here, because my lockpicking is already getting decent. Because there are special bits of equipment you can use to train certain skills on. And I think lockpicking you can train up to level 30. It's alright. Like... Okay, those are done. So yes, the most effective way of leveling skills is to actually just go out into the world and use them. Now I wonder, can I sneak past this chap? Yes, because he's an idiot. do some more stealing. No, no, I don't want to go there. Okay, so there's lots of stuff downstairs. I'm going to keep sneaking. I'm going to keep seeing if I can just be stupid. Because at this point in the game... Oh, yeah, I've broken out. Getting some dodges in. Those are actually really nice dodges. And there we go. Clipped in the chest, back to sleep. And we'll drop those all down by there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save. Because just save regularly. Because sometimes the game's prone to crashing. Happens. And sometimes you're just really unlucky. Like, if I was to die now, that's half an hour wasted. I could start again, but I probably wouldn't want to. So this dude is still fixing me up. Kind of don't mind letting him fix me up, because other people in the world can still train their skills as they work and live. So if he gets better at fixing me up, I'm not going to complain. I'm still unconscious for a while, so we'll just speed up time. I'm likely to be in a coma as well for a little bit based on that chest. You can sit there and insult me all you want, mate. Yeah, recovery coma. So because I went down because of a critical body injury, I have to wait for that to get to at least baseline 0. My hunger will never sort of really drop below this level. It might get to like 150. But I'll always be kept in a hungry state. And because I've got those shackles on me, you can see my strength experience is going up because I'm carrying a heavy burden. I'm still fairly tough from all the... I say fairly. A little bit tough from the beatdowns I've had so far. But I don't think I can really afford to take many more risks just this second. So we'll just behave ourselves for, you know, at least the afternoon. You can track sort of how many days have gone by since you've started. So that can be very helpful for going, you know, sort of getting a grasp of when you really start. Because again, the slave start, you could be really lucky and get out in the first couple of days. You could be stuck there for a week or two. Especially since your character starts off with basically nothing. Now what is interesting here is actually I'm outside the gates of the slave camp. Ooh, if I felt spicy... Nah, we're already sort of heading back in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start sneaking. I'm going to come this way. No, he saw me already. It's the middle of the day. I've been spotted. You still have to factor in stuff like, you know, day, night, line of sight, just proximity in general. And I am sorely misjudging some of these. But, getting beaten up, that's another level of toughness. So I've already gone from taking about 60% more damage to only 50. So I'm knocked out a little bit less, I can take a little bit more damage. It's always good to raise it where you can. Now I am still hurt. There we go. I was a little bit worried they were going to leave me there while I was bleeding. And what is frustrating is they've actually tied me up in sort of the middle of the yard, so I can't really subtly do anything. Now, I'm stealthed, but I'm in prison. It kind of looks more or less the same to them. They don't care. So I want to wait for these patrols to pass by, and then I might start lockpicking again. Yeah, these guys, they're heavily armoured. They are brutal in combat. Now we'll see if they notice me trying to pick this. And as you can see, we're actually getting really good at unlocking the shackles. The shackles themselves usually aren't too bad. It's usually the door locks. So currently, I'm in a position where I could just walk away. But because of where they've dumped me, it is risky. I'm going to drop another save. Come on. It's just not really a clear time to move. They've put me really in sort of like high profile prison situation. It's probably because I've done nothing but try and get out so far since I've started. I'm not even that dedicated to actually getting out. What happens if I turn jobs off? Nothing. But because it's the middle of the day, it's bright daylight, I mean, both bad at sneaking and I'm massively overburdened, so I'm making booming footsteps whenever I try and walk anywhere. If I take these off, nah, my stealth is still bad just based on the equipment. The other thing is you don't want to train too much strength too quickly, because strength impacts your damage. What you really want is dexterity early, because dexterity impacts sort of how quickly you attack. And what is my dodge chance looking like at the minute? Dodge level 3. It's not great, but it's not bad. I really don't want to be stuck to this pole for too much longer. I'm getting a little bit bored. But all their paths are coming straight past me. I must have caused a lot of trouble today. It's coming up to evening time, so the guards might start slowing their patrols a little bit. Work, repent for your heresy. Now, being out on the prison poles does afford me some just some additional perspective, because I can actually see a little bit further. Cast our energies, blah blah blah. Ocran's will is our mission. We'll make you all build a big statue of a man. Yes, that will show us for being the wrong race, I guess. Oh god, now the Holy Nation, terrible ideals, terrible people in power, and a lot of fear instilled in the citizens. Not a fan of them at all. Right, it's starting to quiet down a little. See, we're getting the rest of the slaves coming to the prison poles. This might actually work out in our favour. If it can get dark, and I can release enough of these guys and they're willing to come with me, we might be able to get out in the confusion. Oh, that's the guy whose arm came off. That was Sharia. I didn't realise that she was brutalised quite that badly. Should have kept her in the party. Right, so we still have some guards. But I am now not visible. Oh, and straight away. Okay. Well, so much for that thought. How dare you run? How dare you? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, do you want to just staple my leg back together, please, and stop whinging? Are you all just gonna just stand there all night? Okay, it's night time. They're all going to bed now. Okay, so I'm out of my shackles. It looks like the guards have all left for the evening. So let's escape. I am still injured. But it is dark. The sentinels really can't see me anymore unless I'm in the light. So let's see if I can free a few others and see if we can try and get out. Oh, no, he's going to run and set off the alarms immediately. Oh, well, that was very helpful, wasn't it? We'll see if we can release a couple of other people. And you're just going to run anyway. Yeah. They've ruined the escape attempt already. Like you can see up there, they've already been caught. This guy is actually sticking close to me. Now that guard that was down here seems to have moved on. Oh, and that Sheks decide they're going to just ruin it as well. I thought they were going to stick close to me. If I can get people out, awesome. If I can't, it's lockpicking experience. You've got to be able to see the benefits of what's happening. These guys, they don't want to leave. They think they're going to starve to death out in the desert, or they're just going to get beaten. If that's how you guys want to live, all three of you in a row. Four? Blimey. You'd almost think that they wanted to stay here and just get beaten day in and day out. This is risky, but I think there's more slaves about. There's no one in these buildings. But there were loads of folk. Yeah, there's someone up here. Now I know this is risky and this can get me killed as well. But I can't just let them stay. Based on the situation though, I might steal some vegetables. And we're going to see if we can get in this building without being seen. poke our head in here as well. So the guards are all asleep. Whew, it's tense. It's getting dangerously close to morning. I was hoping we'd have 3 or 4 more slaves with us to try and get out. So I am scared that we're not going to be able to get it. There's nobody down here. Where did the rest of the slaves get put then? Because there were way more than were on the prison poles. I'm still injured. No, there's just a guard in here. Not dealing with that. My leg is getting worse. That is a concern. There's no guards awake here. There's nobody in the cells down here. But we're going to take a risk. We're going to head upstairs. We're going to see if we can let this guy out. Peas. Well, that's the point. I don't know why I'm keeping those on my legs. They're just ruining my stealth chances. Come on, peas. Oh, stole that fish. There we go. No, you don't want to leave. You're an idiot. Are you an idiot? Am I an idiot? That's where some of the other slaves are. No, that's Skinner. We let him out. Ooh. And that's where the other slaves are. It's getting too close to morning. I don't think we can get out tonight. Yeah, I think everyone's just going to get beaten. I don't understand how he attracted the guards there. But he was following me around, and I feel bad for letting him get hurt, but he's a slave. He knows what he's getting into if he tries to leave. It's just brutal. Oh, and you're just another idiot. And there's a load of them on the prisoner poles down there. Oh, yeah. I think tonight's just wound up being a lockpicking training session rather than an actual escape. Just took me too long to get anywhere. There's Skinner up here. There's a load of Shek in the one next to him. Guards are asleep. That's where I was locked up when I picked up those other bits and pieces. Let's see if we can... Oh no. The other slaves are getting spotted. I know my stealth is awful, but theirs seems to be worse. Okay, they're just levitating through this like space. Yeah, we need to get out of here. Oh no, I think I've been spotted. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and help attack this guy. I'm not going to get out of here today. We might as well just try and get some experience. Oh, God, of course, he is the guy with the sword. Calculated risks. At least now I'm going to get those legs seen to. And I mean, straight away, lockpicking is so high. Stealth, not so much. But we've got a bit of dodge. Nearly a level in martial arts. But most importantly, we're building up that little bit of toughness. I feel like we're going to need more athletics before we actually stand a chance of getting out of here, because I'm just too slow. And it's going to be a couple of days now, because I'm basically working with one leg. So, I think today is a little bit of a bust. Yeah, I've been patched up. It'll take me a while to heal. How dare you run from your duties? Where? I think what I might do is, I've got work in the morning, so I probably ought to think about coming off. But I might actually play a little bit on my own. Not like stage and escape, but definitely get to a position where we're in a fit state too. So that would just be a case of me just kind of allowing the game to play, get that athletics up, build up a bit of strength, maybe a bit of stealth. But once I'm ready to stage that breakout, I'm going to stream it. I'm not going to like take it all away, because I love this game and I want to share it with people. It is grindy, and sometimes that is a bit boring to watch, so I'm not going to make you all sit there and watch me do it. But we attempted an escape, didn't go well. Turns out that other people can be stupid, but I'm having a bit of fun and I'm enjoying the streaming. It's fun to sort of try and get words from me noggin out my mouth. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I'll probably pop the VOD on YouTube as well. But yeah, have a good evening, folk.